So I just watched a movie called Within the Pines, and this is on Tubi. Of course, good old Tubi, reliable Tubi. I saw this on there, and the poster looked oddly familiar to me, and we'll get into why in a second. Not because I've ever heard of this movie or I've ever seen this movie, but as I said, we'll get there. This is an Australian film, and it is about a guy who goes out into the woods to record sounds, hears a sound on there, and traces to the location or where he heard it from to try to see what that was. Okay. First thing I want to say about this movie is that we have so many movies coming out this year, especially in the horror genre, if not only in the horror genre, but whatever, that have this concept of people going out to the middle of nowhere and recording sound. I don't know what it is with this, or music, like some kind of sound recording out in the middle of nowhere. It's unbelievable. I've seen so many movies this year, whether it was Distort, which is a found footage film, the Rabbit Trap, of course, which I absolutely loved with Dev Patel. I just watched one yesterday called Decibel, where a girl goes out in the middle of kind of nowhere to record an album with a billionaire. And there's more. There's a few more that I've seen this year. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but this is one of so many. So I don't know what's going on with like the audio recordings out in the middle of nowhere thing, but here we are. There was even that black metal one from last year. It's just, I don't know. This is becoming a subgenre unto itself, or a trope within horror, whatever. Anyway, oh my God, you guys know that I'm pretty fair, and that I typically don't use these types of complaints about movies, because I have patience and I let a film be a film for what it is, and I try to embrace that or whatever. But man, a lot of people love to use the phrase "nothing happens." Man, this is one of those movies where I'm with people if they said that with this one. This movie is way too uneventful. Like, so much of the film is quiet, no dialogue, which can work. I'm fine. I've watched plenty of movies that have very little dialogue and work for me. But so much of this movie is just kind of him sitting there with his headset on and listening, and standing somewhere and just kind of being quiet. And that might vibe with someone. Honestly, that this movie might vibe with someone. If you want like a really quiet film where very little ends up taking place, then this is almost like a what do they call those videos? My lo-fi. My wife likes to throw those on every once in a while. It's just like a deer sitting in the woods with some relaxing music playing or something. That's kind of what it felt like for like over half the film. It's incredible. It's incredible how little actually takes place in this film. And it's like, if there was spooky stuff going on, if there was an atmosphere that I was like into and I was vibing with, right? Like, there's been plenty of slow films with little dialogue that I can vibe with. Rabbit Trap is one of those films where a lot of it is him out there like listening and recording stuff, but there's such an atmosphere, there's such a style, there's such a substance to it, there's so much that's going on within the film. There's like nothing happening in this movie for me. I just kind of kept sitting there and I was like, okay, there's like a couple visuals that are interesting that happen. As far as like thrills, excitement, intrigue, any of that kind of stuff, character development, nothing for me. It's a well shot film. Like, it looks good. It looks like it has a decent production value to it. It's lower budgeted, but still, I think they did a good job with cinematography, how it looked. But I just and the acting is fine. Like the guy who's he's the main character, he's good, but he's not really asked to do a whole hell of a lot. The film is so quiet, and it's only like an hour and 10 minutes long. Um, and even in that time, it's just like I don't know, he can't get anything done. There, like I could explain the whole movie to you in 1 minute or less. Like I could tell you every single thing that happens in this film in under a minute. I'm not going to. It's a spoiler-free discussion here, but it's it's kind of shocking, like how little actually happens. And once again, if I'm vibing, if there's a really cool style atmosphere, layered film that's doing a lot of like visual type of symbolism and whatever, then I could uh, I could enjoy that. I could dissect it. I could absorb it. I could vibe with it. I could anything, but just nothing. I could just get nothing out of this film. I couldn't. So sorry, this one was beyond not for me, and I don't think it's going to be for a lot of people. But if you like real quiet films, like I said, I'm not going to reiterate. It's 2:14 a.m. I got to go to bed. Yeah, not a recommendation. It's on Tubi if you want to check it out, though. Let me know. And also, have you noticed? I mean, most people don't watch as many movies as me, but have you noticed all of the films with people taking sound recording equipment out into the middle of kind of nowhere and recording sound? It happened in a couple other movies this year as well. I'm just trying to remember which ones. Um, but I already named like four, and including this movie, so it's just an incredible amount. It's such a specific idea, and for some reason, it's kind of made it into the cultural zeitgeist and just become very repetitive. So I don't know what sparked this, but it's here, and I like it as a as a little plot device, um, but just didn't work on this one for me. All right, adios.